Hey, what up, dude?
Car on your left. Clear on the left. You just hit the fastest lap. car on the right. Go left.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't see it coming.
You've got the fastest lap.
Oh. I definitely said hello earlier. I don't think anyone heard me. Alright. You guys hear me now?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Cool. Just to verify. Alright.
Right side. Still there. Keep to the left. Keep to the left. Clear. Car on your left. Clear on the left. Left side. Clear on the left. Car on your left. Still there. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the left. Car 9, just set the fastest lap. 31.662. You just hit the fastest lap.
One's going to be close, Kenny. Unless you can start figuring out how to, I don't know. Like, about right, time-wise. Yeah. You're in a 30.9, but you were about 5 degrees colder track temp. And it was a couple degrees warmer air temp. And if the test session is correct on my thing that I saw, it was also like significantly less humidity, which does affect engine power. But so I'd say with those conditions, I'd say about half a second. It's probably
Green,
about
green,
right in
green.
track conditions. That's what it feels like.
It's wild how much that stuff makes a difference coming from, Gran Turismo where it's the same all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it really makes a difference. Especially in a car like this that can be a bit of a handful to drive sometimes.
Yeah. Like that.
Yep. The other thing, Kenny, was track state. I think your 30.9 was on like maximum track. Some cars, maximum track is better, and some cars it's worse. So it's really hard to say whether or not how it affects weight as much. So. Ooh, about to hit the optimal. Oh, that's so stupid. It's fine, but still, it's really stupid. It counts your outlap, by the way. I guess the unique way you come out of the pits. So it counts your outlap as a lap for the 3.
Nice.
So I just remembered that. Yeah. Feel ya. Did the same thing. I was up like 2/10 too.
Car right. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
They're like painfully slow here.
Yeah, what? 39s? Jeez.
Yeah, 39s and 40s.
Did you change anything, Kenny, or did you leave the same percentages, or? Yeah. Did you slow him down for Tsukuba? Gotcha. It's okay. You can not practice for real race car things.
Yeah, yeah. You guys going to VIR this weekend? Hmm. Oh, dang. Yeah. Nice. What kind of car is it? Oh, sweet. Yeah. 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 Oh, I've driven a whole bunch of stuff. What I currently have, I have a C5 Corvette, and my track car is a Ford Probe. 96 GT, so the V6 5-speed, yep. Which I heard the motor at VIR 3 years ago had a fuel injector stick open, and it ended up diluting the oil. So now it is getting ignorant stuff. It's now got beefy rods. It's got Wiseco 11.5-to-1 compression pistons. We found a place that does cam regrinds. You know, they'll weld up the stock cams and add their profile to it. So it's got a big set of cams for it, and a set of ITBs from 2 Triumph Speed triples. So it should be pretty fun. Dude, they sound amazing. Yeah, the KL series. Like with the stock compression is 9.2 to 1, so going to 11.5 is a pretty big jump. And all the stuff, like it made 171 wheel horsepower with stuff, with like a mega squirt and eBay headers and crap like that. But going off of what other folks have made with similar mods with the cams and the compression and the ITBs and stuff, we should be in like the 230 to 240-ish wheel power range, so that ought to wake it up quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure your torque's going to be way better too.
Well, actually, they don't make a whole lot of torque, but that's okay because the transmission cases split. Like the gears force the shafts apart, and they break that. So like a buddy of mine back home in Kentucky, he liked the probe that we did, because the car was free. It started out as like a Lemons type car at the Corvette Track in Bowling Green. Did a thing called King of the Heap, and it was $500 cars and stuff. And we found this probe for free, me and my buddies, and it turned out really good. And we started doing actual track days with it, and it was a lot of fun. But he bought one and then did like an eBay turbo kit on it and went through like 4 transmissions. I was like, all right, I guess I'm not going turbo with this thing. We'll just keep it all motor and live with the transmission.
It's a lot of shock.
Get ready.
Yeah.
Going green.
But 11.5 compression should still get you a better torque curve.
Yeah.
The car is off. Be ready.
And the car only weighs 2350, so 230-ish wheel horsepower ought to be pretty rowdy.
Yeah.
Green. Pit road's open.
So I've only been to VIR once, and I did a 215 flat in it.
Not bad.
Right side. The next car's the leader. Keep to the left.
I gotta get the jump on Kenny before he comes back at me.
Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the right.
No, you're good. You're good. I just went a little wide and dropped the tire, but I held on to it. You're good. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I would say, yeah, you're going to be pretty light. Was it K-Series? Hell yeah. My first fun car was a 98 Integra GSR. So, have an affinity for the old B-Series.
Apparently, you can't use that curve in this car.
Clear on the right.
I did not expect that curve to be so freaking aggressive to the rear end.
Car right. Clear.
Well, now we can actually have a race instead of me being off 1.5 seconds in front of you. Yeah, one day I'll get the Accord out and rolling, but I just fucking, I gotta bore it out, put new pistons in it, or re-sleeve it. Either which way, sinking a bunch of money into it that I've been concentrating on my business at the moment, so I just haven't really spent the time spent the money. So that's really kind of the big thing. I just want to do it right. I want to make sure it gets done right. That way I can take it to VIR, can do these things, and not be so concerned about it. Because I'm sure I'll run into other problems, so.
the leader. You just hit the fastest lap. New fastest lap for you. You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 9.4 seconds. The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 31.544. The leader just did a 32.009. Left side, clear on the left. Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Definitely was your best opportunity there. Before. Sorry, plenty of time for me to still make mistakes. Like that.
Car right, clear. Car right. Still there, hold your line. Clear. You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 2.3 seconds.
You did. That's for sure. Yeah, dude, these things are fucking flaming. I don't know why. They feel like they are fucking struggling in the race. Quali, it felt fine, but nice and hooked up, and now it's just like, now I feel like it's like not wanting to bite at all.
White flag. One more
I
lap
didn't
to go.
even realize we were about to hit the last lap there. a good one. I'll go back and look at the replay.
There's the flag. It's over.
There's always something to be
Good
learned.
job. Very good job.
Sometimes I find myself like pointed in one direction, not realizing it. So yeah, it depends on what your definition of straight is. I'm technically breaking and closing your lineup. So if you're breaking a bit more straight to the track, it's probably a little bit of contact there. Wasn't too bad. Lap 9. Yeah, beginning of lap 9. Heat. Yeah, heat. Yeah. Oh no, it's definitely contact. We actually have such well, I think there's contact that's inevitable. No, dude, that's actually really, really close from my point of view. Like, you can see a gap still between like the two cars. It's really close, and it's like because technically it does count it as contact before the cars actually touch, but very small. Because you almost kind of like also drive a little. In my point of, or on my screen, it's like you drive a little through the car a little bit, so it's almost kind of like, yeah. So either way, it's fine.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid.
Just hard racing when we're like a 10th apart. And the draft doesn't fucking help. I think you still are a little bit overall faster
Waiting
over
on the
a race,
final car to grid.
but fucking
Everyone's gridded.
like, yeah. Difficult to keep you behind with the fucking the draft. Mm.
1 lap to green. Line up on the left side. Pit road is closed right now.
Yeah, because you're really at the limit of this car like all the time, and it's like you can't really. Are they about to? You.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm not giving this guy space. We're on the pace lap.
He's pretty aggressive for running 40s, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. But yeah, these cars are hard because I don't feel like the draft is as significant as like the MX-5, but like it's not like GT3s where you can like really be slamming on the brakes and kind of brake a little bit later than someone like here. Like, just I don't know how you either brake at the limit of braking or not. Like, that's it.
Yeah. And to me, these cars, they don't feel like they really set in the middle of the corner. It's like you get, you got your corner entry understeer, and then it immediately transitions to oversteer on the way out. Like there's no middle ground to like where you're comfortably in the corner.
It's weird because it like wants you to be on the brakes to turn, but doesn't really like you turning on the brakes. So you kind of have to be on the brakes, getting the car like nose down, and then you kind of have to almost like, it's almost like instead of tapping the throttle to get you like, rotation, like you almost kind of tap the brakes sometimes, it feels like. Yeah. And like you're kind of like tapping it in the middle of the corner.
Yeah.
Sure, it's not the
I don't know if it's the right way, but like, well, yeah, like to me it feels the fastest if I can get the nose turned in, and then I can mat it and use the rotation, the oversteer to rotate me through the corner.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard. It's really hard to find that balance,
Yeah.
The Pace car is off. Be ready. Green, green, green.
Kenny said, I want no part of this.
Car right. Keep to the left. Clear on the right. Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Going so slow. Almost makes you want to go 3 wide.
Clear on the right.
Jesus Christ. They are.
Car on your left.
It's a. I think it's
on the
a.
right. Clear.
It's
The
a
next
form.
car's the leader.
Okay. Kenny, it is a form of racing. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's a form of it.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Yeah.
Car on your
You
left.
can still outbrake them if they just brake
Keep
early.
to the right.
Yeah.
Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Clear.
Sent.
Car right. Keep to the left. Clear on the right.
Fuck.
You're in fourth position.
following me.
Just set your fastest lap of the session. The car in P3. Just set the fastest lap.
Oh, yeah.
32.022.
Oh. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Dang it. No.
The leader's gone off.
Monica.
The next car's the leader.
That's awful. I feel bad. I didn't quite get the rotation I was expecting there on the inside.
I got all of it.
Rotation on exit.
You're now in third. You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 7.1 seconds. Left side, clear on the left. The next car's the leader.
Playing with the curb again.
You're pulling away
Yeah.
from the car behind. The gap
You
is
know.
2.1 seconds. Okay, you're in second. They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time game.
Oh shit. Can't be cutting corners. Oh yeah, Kenny, I don't know if you saw the dev update and everything, but in Season 3 of iRacing, GT3s are getting the new tire model. Yeah, super curious.
The leader just did up 31.952.
Oh, and did you see that they're gonna give they're doing finally the 296 challenge car? So be curious to see how that's gonna go. It's gonna make Ferrari challenge even, I think, worse, to be honest. You should go and look at what is it? Basic Ollie. Fucking, he just did things on stream recently where, you know, being like 5K, he went and did Ferrari challenge. He lost 400 iRating in 3 races. It's funny as hell. Stream dared him to do the Ferrari challenge. It was the Ferrari challenge at Alton Park.
Oof.
Oh yeah. Jesus. I feel like the tires are just all of a sudden just said goodbye. Thought I was trying to be nice to him. If not.
White flag, one more lap to go. You've got the fastest lap. left side. Stay on the right. Clear. Car on your left. Keep to the right. Keep to the right. Clear on the left. Right side. Clear. Clear.
I was like, yeah, we got like a quarter of a second back. I was like, I don't think he's gonna go for it. Didn't feel like a very big impact.
Keep digging. All right, there's the checkered flag. Great job. You did really well.
I actually want to see about it though. I mean, I don't know. It's difficult because if you didn't make contact initially, I'd say the move was on. But I'm not quite sure, like, you can hear the contact, so I'm just not quite sure if the contact is what slowed you down enough to make the corner on the inside there, or what. Because you're definitely braking later. Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, it's fair because, I mean, you definitely braked later. I just don't know. You made the corner, but I just don't know if you just scrubbed off enough speed because you made contact, and that's what made the move to be on, or if you just genuinely outbraked me and would have made the corner, and it would have been a legit move. It's hard to say because, like, the contact was made. Because, I mean, if you didn't make the contact there, here, hold on, actually, let me see. Did you, let's see, 160, 150, 140, 140, 130. I don't know. It's hard to say. I think you're slowly pulling down speed, but like, I think when you make contact there, because you go down from, I think, like 140, I think you make contact, and I don't know. It's really difficult to say whether or not you were just braking, and because, like, if you look at the way your speed's going down, I don't feel like it's going down super sharply when you made the contact. Yeah. Yeah, not major. I mean, I do make mistakes, but yeah.
I think this layout's hard to pass on anyways outside of turn one, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you're equally paced.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, you can get a better run out of 5 and 6 down into 7, but it's hard unless someone breaks early. I think it's just the nature of this car that makes it so difficult. That
I think so too. Yeah.
I think it just kind of is one of those things. You kind of almost have to send it. I don't know. It's very difficult. I definitely came in a little sharp there. Wasn't quite sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm down for whatever. Just let me know if it's what track it is. That way, if I need to buy it, I can get it ahead of time. Like the Nürburgring GP or the Nordschleife. Let's do. I'm down for that. Oh, yeah. I want to see how close this game is to it. I got to go there last year and it was amazing. But all the video games that I've played it on, they make it feel like the track's a lot more open and flowing than it really is. It is so narrow and so tight. So, but I haven't bought it for this game yet. But I'm curious to see how if it's closer than the others. So, would something easier to drive like the GR Corolla or not, the GR86, something like that maybe? It's got aero. It's not super powerful,
Whatever you want to do, we can do. I will say the M2 at the Nürburgring is actually, so we have the Nürburgring 24-hour coming up, and the endurance races that are held on the occasion, the 4-hour Nürburgring Endurance Challenge also does use the M2.
Cool.
So it may not be the best car choice there, but it does at least have some practical use for us, and not just driving a car that's not something. I mean, we can do whatever. So
yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
As a practical use, if people want to actually use it to go and then do one of the races or do something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Either which way, unless you want to do something crazy, there's always that option. Yeah. Gotcha. That's the problem, is that the M2 is it's not balanced in all directions. It's a car that is way faster horsepower wise than it is cornering grip and fucking braking ability. It feels like this is what I feel like a car that someone builds, throws a turbo on, makes 700 horsepower, and has no brakes to do anything with, and does no body thing, and then goes takes it to VIR. That's what this feels like. That's just way too much power for. Makes
this feels like every Cam C or Cam T car I've ever driven. It's just all the power and nothing of anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. I mean, because it's fucking making 365 horsepower in this fucking thing. I mean, even then, it's still on some decent tires. It just feels like it just has no grip mechanically. Yeah. I mean, it's on 6-piston fronts and 4-piston rears. I don't know what the fucking.
It feels like it weighs a million pounds too. you know,
It's
and it feels like that.
3,400 pounds.
And 34, Jesus.
Yeah, 34. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It feels like all the weight's on the nose too, like you're just overworking the fronts all the time.
It's absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I absolutely 100% think that iRacing puts rookie cars that are not incredibly easy to drive. Because if they put GT3 cars as the rookie car or something like that, you get Ferrari Challenge in the rookies.
Yeah.
Which is insane because I feel like rookie M2 and rookie MX5, I still feel like is probably better than Ferrari Challenge. Yeah. 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 I think the big thing is that a lot of people come from games where, like, in other things that, like, iRacing, like, you can break 100% in GT3 and you have ABS to kind of save you from just straight locking up, but it's like it still just creates a ton of like understeer. Like, you're not gaining anything. Whereas like when you're in other things, a lot of people I think who come from GT3 world are coming from fucking Assetto Corsa, and you're jumping on and you're just slamming on the brakes the entire way through the corner. That's how you know how to drive and be fast. And then they go and take that to iRacing, and then they just bulldoze into the guy that they're trying to pass.
Yeah. I mean, that's me coming from years and years of Gran Turismo, just going 100% brake everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have like fancy pedals or anything like that, so I just had like the linear, you know, not even a squishy pad or anything. So it was more like I would judge the braking based on distance, not really feel. But I recently got some load cell pedals, or a load cell brake at least, and it was night and day difference in iRacing. It's like, I can kind of gently brake into a few spots without just careening off track or locking up the fronts or whatnot. Like, you can actually drive the formula cars now and not die.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah. 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 Like, once I kind of committed to iRacing, I had to upgrade some. So like, you guys will laugh. My old sim rig was a Thrustmaster T300, clamped to a fold-out TV tray, and I sat in a folding camping chair.
Nice. I've seen some people do crazy things and some not so comfortable, like, how do you drive in that situation? Like,
well,
stuff.
I had to have the force feedback turned way down because it would just like shake the tray and like, you know, move it around and everything. So like,
Oh yeah.
when I got to iRacing, I was like, man, maybe I need a little more. So I bought I can't even remember what it is, but like a play seat challenge. It's still foldable, but it's a lot more sturdy than the other setup. And then Nick, Shady Milkman, when I was in Kentucky last, he gave me his old Fanatec wheel setup. So,
Hell yeah.
which is light years better.
Is it the CSL DT?
Yes, with the McLaren GT3 wheel, which is fucking sweet.
Awesome. Yeah, I gave that. That was my previous setup. I literally gave or sold that setup to Cam.
Yeah, nice.
It was also a Tidewater. I literally sold him that exact setup.
dude, it's it's like it's so much better than the old stuff I was running. I'm like, man, why did I go so long without it? But like I was, did a lot of Gran Turismo leagues over the years with my buddies and was mopping the floor with them on that old setup. So I was like, I don't really need to change it, but this game's a little different.
Yeah.
And I actually like having more force feedback now because to me it makes the car easier to catch because you kind of feel when you screw up earlier,
Yeah, especially with this tire model that we have on this fucking game.
I'm not crazy about it.
I think that the tire model is like all right, but like one thing that I constantly hear, especially like being more part of the LMU society now too, is like just catching a car is unnatural in iRacing. It's just like
Correct,
you either
yeah.
catch it like way early and you're like expecting it. You really in iRacing have to expect or be ready at any moment that car is gonna go, and you have to correct it before it goes anywhere. But then once you're in a slide,
it's gone.
no.
You're done. Yeah.
They are doing some stuff. I feel like the new tire update is better because the GTPs have the tire update, so I've had a chance to drive it. So it's nice. It's better. I think that I noticed immediately that you could, but I think that I think they said that they were still working on some of the temperature spikes. I think they said in their dev update they weren't happy with some of the temperature spikes that they were getting, and they're making improvements to that in season 3. So GT3s are going to probably completely change here coming up in season 3, which I'm super excited for.
Yeah, that's my one real complaint about the game. It's just that the slides don't feel realistic. Like, because like I like a loose car in real life, and I feel like I'm pretty good at catching and hanging on to stuff, but it just doesn't feel right here,
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. All right. Well, good stuff, fellas. We'll catch you next week.
Yep.
See ya.
Kenny, the other thing that maybe some people would be interested in is maybe like TCRs around NERB. That's another class. I saw. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think they just recently did too. Oh, it's right now. It's just TCR Virtual Challenge. You get the combined. If you want to, I mean, we can also maybe not do combined. I don't know if I know some people might not have both the GP circuit and the Nordschleife. So I think we did that the last time. So that way, like the barrier to entry, if someone wants to participate and they don't have it already, isn't buying 2 tracks. I'll basically take the TCR Virtual Challenge, and instead of doing the Nürburgring combined, I would do the there's either that's a series. Yeah, they're doing it right now. They're and then you got the Grand Prix Nordschleife. Okay, yeah. So the Nordschleife is, I think, the Industriefoten, whatever that portion is. I think that one is the standard start there. We could also, in theory, do the Touristenfahrten. They're both the exact same thing. It's just where you start. The Industriefahrten, whatever, starts at that very traditional last couple corners of the of the track, basically. And the Touristenfahrten is it starts on the big straight. That's the standard one. Yeah, what? Fucking in 15 minutes, that's what, 3 laps? Not even. That's what, 2 laps? If you want to, we can still do reverse grid if we're only going to get a couple laps. But I don't know. It depends on what we're doing. I would do something like 20 minutes if we're doing the race. If we're not doing a heat, I would probably do something like 20 minutes. Yeah, I don't know what TCR stuff. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, you could still do quali. I guess you'd have to do like quali 20 in order to do 2. But in theory, if I'm not mistaken, when you qualify at the Nordschleife, or any of the combined circuits, I believe you start on the back straight. You don't start at the pit entrance and then go around. So I think you're okay to qualify for like 10 minutes and get like a lap in, basically. But we might have to test that out. I'm fairly certain that you can just create the qualifying at Nürburgring just starts there. I mean, even the qualifying sessions start there, but I don't know. They're 20 minutes to get you 2 laps, but yeah. I'd say probably do the 1. That way people are getting more. Nighttime, Nordschleife, 100% rain. No one's finishing. Nighttime, wet track. Nordschleife, got it. Yeah, no worries. I mean, if we have a couple weeks anyways, we can also talk to other people, see if they want to do TCR, or say, all right, we're going to do the NERB in so long. The current idea is to just do TCRs, is would other people be interested in other cars for it? because that's just our week 13. So other options would be like the Radical or something. I don't know what else would really be like a good fun car to take there. Outside of maybe you could do like Ray F1600s, draft fest to the max. I mean that's another option. I mean, because that could keep a lot of people in the fight. They'll lose a lot, but I mean, if you can stay behind somebody, even fucking from super far away, you can kind of get a lot. It's like you're passing. You actually have so much time in the F1600 that on the back straight, if you're behind someone, you will catch them, pass them, they will get behind you, and then they will catch you and pass you, and then you'll get behind them and they'll catch you and pass them. I'm pretty sure there's like you're gonna pass someone like 2 or 3 times on the back straight because of the draft that you get on these cars and the 69 horsepower they have. That's an option. Renault Clio if you hate yourself. Yeah, no. I think I bought it for just that the SCCA runoffs, just so I could run those races. Yeah, I don't. All right, let's go. Cool. Absolutely good racing. Absolutely. All right, later.